underway. That's the busy. Like, they're all busy because people love football.
What?
The greatest reality show going.
What?
There are storylines like Liam Cohen and Pete Carroll that you never could predict in a million years. And so people love these storylines. They love their teams, great passion for the sport. And so it's always busy, and it's going to keep staying busy.
What's the most important game, Schefter?
Most important game?
Yeah.
Well, they're both important. Why is one more this weekend?
The next one. Okay, that's a mindset that players have. That seems like that's a mindset that you have as an insider as well. Everything's the most busy and the most important because we're in the middle of it right now. Speaking of the two games, I know this is out of the coaching world a little bit. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Shefty, injury-wise, what are the Eagles working with? Because I saw something about Juergens not being at practice, same with Goddard, and then Taylor Rapp out for the Bills. Are there any other injuries we should be looking at going into the weekend?
Well, I think the big ones are obviously Jalen Hurts and Quinyon Mitchell. Both guys were listed in full on the injury report yesterday, so they're playing. And I think the whole question is Jalen Hurts 100%, 90%? He lines up directly across from Jalen Carter. So that's a big challenge that they're going to have to overcome this week. Yeah. So no Taylor Rapp for the Bills. The Chiefs are healthy. We'll see about Hurts and Mitchell. No Cosme.
What about Juergens for Philly? This is just playoffs. Let's get him to the game.
Yeah, I don't have an answer there. I've had a couple of people raise that to me, but I don't know specifically where that's at right now.
Raise that to you. That means he's potentially out, or they're just asking?
No, people ask me, what's the deal? And I'm like, I don't know. I need to check into that. But I've been busy with Pete Carroll, Liam Cohen, and the other openings. So I haven't had time to check on Cam Juergens.
All right. Well, we appreciate you doing your thing. We'll continue to follow along with your Twitter account. Obviously, you're on top of it. You're the man. We appreciate you, brother.
Guys, enjoy the games this weekend. We'll talk Monday. Look forward to it. Thank you for having me today.
You got it, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Schefter.
Hey.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers are irate.
Uh-oh.
Never seen that. We talked to our source, Sis, that said when somebody withdraws their name from a head coaching role, ownership giving a raise, very standard operating procedure. So I think Schefter maybe misheard what I said because he wanted to get to the point that Tampa's pissed about how this whole thing works. Because if they're giving you a raise of double and a half, whatever it is, that's so we don't have to worry about this anymore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you say, yeah, cool. Hey, is that $13 million still available after you fired that GM that I fucking hated? Yeah. Cool. Deal. Sorry about it, Tampa. I'm moving north in this particular state that we're in to Jacksonville, and it's like, sucks that happens, but also Liam Cohen can't turn down a head coaching job. So Robert Saleh was allegedly on his way down there to interview. We all assume now he's going to be a San Francisco 49er defense coordinator, which was kind of the thought immediately upon him leaving the Jets. He goes over to the Green Bay Packers. He's friends with LaFleur. He was in his wedding. He's consulting. He's advising with the way the Niners season went. We all assumed he potentially gets back into the D.C. job because he's owed guaranteed money from the New York Jets to be the head coach. Mike Silver says, I fully expect him to be the 49ers DC. I think that was kind of something anybody could have fully expected because that's where he got famous from. That's why he became the head coach of the Jets. They're missing that particular piece. But he was allegedly going to interview for the Jags job. He turned the plane around allegedly and left whenever Liam Cohen gets a gig. Fascinating development down there in Jacksonville.
Yeah, and I think a report I read, part of the secrecy too, was that they had Patrick Graham in for an interview, and he was the second Rooney Rule guy that they had in person, so they didn't want it to leak out, hey, Cohen's the guy we want, because they didn't want him to get spooked by that and leave. And then there's all the, hey, the raise is contingent upon you not taking the second person or the second in-person interview. And then I think it was a Jags staffer that tipped off someone in the Bucs building, hey, Liam Cohen's in the building right now. So, it is kind of crazy.
Got to get that asshole out of the Jags building.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to get that out of the building. First of all, obviously, shout out to the Bucs getting the information. But if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, that's your biggest problem right there.
For sure.
So somebody in your building was like, hey,
I just saw him.
He's here. Why is anybody in your building talking about anything?
Yeah.
That's, get to the bottom of it if you want. Chief football strategist Tony Khan, I assume we'll get to the bottom of that down there. Liam Cohen, does he know what he's signing up for down there in Jacksonville? I think that's the big question. Ben Johnson setting the bar at $13 million per year for new head coaches. Liam Cohen seeing that, getting that, obviously awesome. We still don't know what Kevin O'Connell got, but we assume it is gigantic. Pete Carroll's number is going to be big. There's no salary cap on coaches' contracts. You can spend whatever. These guys are making a pretty penny, all fully guaranteed as well, Conman.
Well, and that's why if you're Tampa, it's like, come on. Like, I think about McDaniels, where McDaniels turned the plane around when he was going to be the head coach at Indy, but he already had, a head coaching gig in Denver. It's like Liam Cohen's never been a head coach. Mm-hmm. Like, how often is this going to happen? Especially when you look at the season, like, are they going to be great every single year?
Yeah, but he lied.
Yeah, I understand that, and maybe that's part of it, but, I mean, that's business, baby.
He lied.
Sorry.
Same with Ben Johnson. Like, he's never been a head coach, too. Yes, I know, I get it. Everyone's pissed that he went into the division, but if he felt that was the best fit for him, like, that was the best fit for him.
He earned that.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions fans kind of got off the hook because how mad Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans were.
Oh, yeah.
And then Liam Cohen's wife coming out and being like, our son is battling an autoimmune disease. We're in the hospital throughout a lot of this, so maybe there's some miscommunication as well. Maybe our side hasn't been told. And everybody's like, whoa.
Oh.
We hope the kid's okay.
Sorry, Mrs.
We
Golden.
apologize, and congrats on $60 million. Okay. Instead of the $15 million, whatever it was supposed to be. But nonetheless, no matter how pissed off Tampa is, they have to find a new offense coordinator. That's back-to-back years they've had to do that because Baker Mayfield, so damn good. Let's talk about a situation that wasn't great, the end of the Baltimore Ravens season. Now, with 1:33 left in the game, Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens 1 for 2 to tie it up against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills still had a couple timeouts. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen still playing like Josh Allen. But to tie the game, Lamar Jackson tried to throw a little out to Mark Andrews. He drops it, a little behind, whatever the case. The world started burying Mark Andrews, obviously, immediately. Mark Andrews, if he continues to go in the path that he's going, he's going to have to win a Super Bowl, obviously. A potential Hall of Fame tight end. What him and Lamar Jackson have done, absolutely impeccable. He's a captain of that Baltimore Ravens team. He had a touchdown like 6 or 7 straight games for the Baltimore Ravens. One of their pillars, one of their great players, has this drop. Obviously, Lamar says he should have thrown it better. It's on all of us. But the big story is there's 1:33 left. Is Josh Allen going to go down the field and kick a field goal?
Probably.
I like to think probably. But maybe Lamar gets a chance to answer again. Anyways, Mark Andrews didn't talk to the media afterwards, didn't talk to the media on Clean Out Locker Day in Baltimore. Instead, he waited for a post on Instagram that he put out. It's impossible to adequately express how I feel. I'm absolutely gutted by what happened on Sunday. I'm devastated for my teammates, my coaches, and Ravens fans. I pour every ounce of my being into playing at the highest level possible because I love my team and the game of football like nothing else. That is why it has taken me until now to collect my thoughts and address this publicly. Even though the shock and disappointment are unlike anything I felt before, I refuse to let this situation define me. I promise that this adversity will only make me stronger and fuel us as we move forward. I think everyone who has shown me and our team genuine support these past several days, despite the negativity, which there was a lot, I've seen heartfelt love and encouragement, including from those who have generously donated to Breakthrough T1D organization, which is a type 1 diabetes foundation that I believe we donated to as well because he scored a touchdown in 5 straight games. Even when the moment seems darkest, perspective can reveal that there's still a lot of light in this world. I'm now going to do my part to bounce back and contribute to it. That was great to read. I'm happy for you, Mark.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer anybody. He felt terrible about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball not secured is very abnormal for Mark Andrews football.